Hey, welcome back, team. Today we're going to be talking about the Carbine Master Operator Program, or CMOP Level 1. In this course, you're going to find the background and purpose, the safety, firearm nomenclature components, different types of firearms, how to set up your rifle, applications, malfunctions, and optic usage. This is typically spanned out over 2 days and reinforced on the range and expanded on, but here in the team room, we want to give you a basic mindset of the knowledge that we're using and applying in this course that everyone should have if they're running a carbine downrange. So first off, let's get started with what is the Carbine Master Operator Program? What's so spectacular about it and how does it apply to us? Well, first and foremost, we apply a systematic and progressive mindset to it. It's called CMOP, Carbine Master Operator Program, for a reason. We look at it kind of like a college philosophy. You can't get a doctorate during a weekend, you can't get a bachelor's in a weekend, and you even can't get an associate's over the period of 1 weekend or 2 days. And we understand that, and we understand that we have a plethora of experience and wisdom when it comes to this thing, carbine, AR-15, application, skills. We understand a lot about it, but we also understand knowledge transfer. And we understand that we're not going to make you experts overnight, and we sure can't do it over weekend as well. But we do understand that with time, and the more you listen, the more you apply these skills, the better that you become. And then understand as well that it's a team involvement. So this is great to have in a community because it's not just instructors preaching it to you all. When you come to these courses, you're going to be learning from your peers and other students. And we also will be learning from you. Maybe you bring a new gadget, maybe you bring a new rifle, a new optic. We're always trying to learn and expand our knowledge, and we expect the same from you in return. So when you look at this on a Y and X axis of time and proficiency, over time, you're going to gain more proficiency and knowledge in this area of expertise, being the carbine master, right? So when we talk about outcome statements for this course being level 1, what we're trying to gain a behavior change, what we're looking for is you as the shooter has a basic understanding of the capabilities and limitations of your rifle and optic system. Basic understanding. And you're able to effectively engage targets with your weapon system in normal conditions without assistance. When you leave this course, not necessarily the in-person video, but when you leave our CMOP 1 course in person, we expect you to be able to go downrange on your own accord, fire at targets, hit them effectively, and make assessments on your own. That's what we want to gain out of this 1 weekend or 2-day course. CMOP 2 changes a little bit. We're no longer trying to get a basic understanding, we're trying to get an in-depth understanding for you. We're trying to make sure that we transfer enough knowledge to where you have an in-depth knowledge of the capabilities and limitations of your weapon and optic system, and you have the capability to diagnose issues. If you're not hitting your target, why? Is it wind? Is it range? Is it the fact that your optic and your scope mount became loose? Do you have the wrong elevation applied? Are you zeroed with a suppressor on and you took your suppressor off? What is happening and why is it happening? We plan to get that out of level 2. We also plan to give you some intermediate AR-15 maintenance and or armor procedures. So if your gun goes down, you should have an understanding of how to fix it, or at least be able to diagnose what is wrong and determine if it is within or outside of your capabilities and limitations to be able to resolve on your own accord. You know, can you reinstall a gas tube? Can you put in a drop-in trigger? Can you turn on a muzzle brake? There are several things like mounting a scope that we think that you should be able to do as a shooter in a level 2 course. As a graduate, and after only 2 days here and 2 days here, we think you should be able to understand that. And we want to make sure we transfer that knowledge to you. And if you can't do it, you're at least knowledgeable enough to know, I may not know everything about it, but I know enough to know that it's an issue, I want to swap it, and I know where to find the resources to do it or I know who to call that can help me do it. And then last but not least, we're getting in the asymmetric position, so we're no longer just shooting in the standing position. We're getting in a weird position, shooting off of barricades, shooting from maybe our back and on the ground. Maybe we're used to shooting right-handed. Well, what happens when we got to transition and shoot from the left hand, or our non-dominant and our support hand? And then we're going to build in some buddy team stuff. So level 1, all individual. Level 2, we're going to start getting you into buddy team mindset. How do you operate in a small team of you and another person? And then we go into level 3, where our plan is to make you capable of serving as a member of a team of roughly 6 to 8 personnel and accomplish tasks in a contested environment. What does that mean? Maybe you're patrolling through the mountains, and maybe you get information that there's enemy patrols in the area, and maybe you have to go detect them and deter them away from your stronghold or your area that your team is fighting from. And that could consist of you setting up ambushes or having chance contacts in a mountainous area and potentially even urban environments in the future. So that's what we're trying to get out of this. Now, there's a lot. Again, I said we're not going to give you a doctorates in a weekend, but by no means is level 1 a basic course. Level 2 and level 3 are absolutely advanced courses, but this is not basic, intermediate, and advanced. They're all sprinkled with basic information, whether we teach it and we reinforce it and we expand on it, but they all have a sprinkle of advanced or a complete pour of advanced methodologies and ideologies contained within it.